I've spent a lot of money lately, and in this video, I'm going to tell you why. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Greatness Everyday YouTube channel where I make videos and content that encourages you to live your greatest life by upgrading your mindset, your money, and more. If you want to find out when those videos come out, hit the subscribe button down below. In this video, I'm excited to talk to you about why I've spent so much money lately, and I'm okay with that, which is a very different kind of story or situation I'd find myself in if we rewound just a few years ago. So we're going to do that here. But if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and drop any questions or comments that you have down below. So we're starting number one with just kind of realizing that for me, it's summertime. I'm a high school teacher. Normally in the summer, I do spend a lot more money than when I'm kind of going through my regular schedule throughout the school year. I'm able to travel. I'm able to relax a little bit, maybe eat out a little bit more, do a few things like that. And so for me, summer is typically a time where I just naturally spend more, and I'm perfectly okay with that because I do live a pretty, let's say, modest life, in my opinion, for a lot of different things that I do. Yes, I've got some nice things. Yes, I have some great experiences, but overall, I really do believe that I'm pretty responsible with the money that I have and how I use it. So that's the first thing. But also tied into my kind of summer break is I find that with my business, I have a lot of business expenses that are, let's say, renewed or come up during the summer. So just naturally with those two things, I typically every summer do spend more money. So I'm not surprised about that. But in the last few weeks, I've really spent a lot of money, and I'm perfectly okay with that because I view those as investments. So what have I bought? I'm going to break that down right here. I don't know the exact dollar figure. It's not even worth my time and energy to calculate it up because in this video, I'm not trying to flex, as they say. I'm not trying to show off. People that know me know that I'm not that way. And if you've watched my videos for a while, I hope that you are able to kind of get that same opinion about me. But regardless, some of the things that I bought is number one, you can't see them, but I did buy a new light kit here and behind me there. That's something that I did because I wanted to really make sure that the quality of these videos that I make for you here on YouTube, my podcast, some of the Instagram and TikTok stuff that I do, and whatever else I find myself doing, I wanted to make sure that the quality was as good as possible. And when I first got into YouTube, I bought a light kit, and from there it was like the most basic one, and we've kind of stepped things up a notch. There's dials on these things, and you can change the amount of yellow light to white light, and it's way more complex. There's colored gels that come with them as well. It's definitely an investment that I'm happy that I made. Number one. So number two is, let's say I bought this weird looking gimbal thing. Okay, so you put your phone in this right here, and from that, it's able to kind of keep things smooth. So I've been able to use that in the video I just did at the Relax at Ridgeback Lodge, which is something that, again, I stepped out of my comfort zone. I tried something. The gimbal's pretty interesting and a lot of fun. Really neat and handy to use. Get it? Handy to use, and it's something that I enjoyed using, kind of getting to learn how it works, etc. The next things I bought is down here. So I bought like because I'm really stepping up the podcast game, I bought a new mic stand. I bought a new shock mount for the Samson G-Track Pro, which is the microphone that I use and the microphone that I really recommend to people because it's killer. It's awesome. So that is what I've been using, what I've been buying, and I made some investments there with some stuff. The biggest purchase out of everything was this thing. This beauty, the nicest MacBook Pro that I've ever seen in my life, the nicest, most capable MacBook Pro that I can go ahead and just buy off Apple. And that is something that if I look at what I paid for that, I'd be shocked to realize if you told me 5-10 years ago that I'd pay that much for a laptop, that much for a computer, that I actually went ahead and did that, right? Again, the price doesn't matter, but I spent a ridiculous amount on that. And then also some of the accessories that I've got spread out here because Apple's Apple. Yeah, you buy a device, an Apple device, and you have to buy all these other things, which wasn't too happy about. But at the same time, that's just what comes with the territory, I guess. So those are some of the things. There might be a few other things that I've bought, but it's really expensive. And for me, it happened very quickly, right? 1 week I didn't have any of this stuff. And the next week it was just kind of like, whoo, I went out and I purchased it. But why did I purchase it? That's what this video is about. It's really not about the things. It's not about kind of adding them up and saying, oh, I spent X amount of dollars on these different things. That's not what it's about at all. What it's about is my money mindset. What I want to do here is share kind of how my money mindset and money journey has changed over the past few years, so that hopefully you can think and you can reflect on your own money journey, where you're currently at and where you want to be. And then we can figure out how we can get you there. So if you would have told me that I would have spent that amount of money on things, normally I'd be worried. A few years ago, the old Matt, before he kind of really looked at how I use my money, how it ties into the values that I have, how it ties into the vision that I have and the vehicle that I'm going to use to get there, I'd be really worried. I'd be consciously thinking about that all the time. I probably wouldn't be able to sleep. I'd be talking to people about it nonstop. I'd be fixated on that. But my money mindset has really shifted. My money mindset has now gone from a place of, let's say it was visionless a few years ago, to now it's an exceptional money mindset. I really, truly believe that. I've talked about this in other videos, kind of how you can upgrade your money mindset, how I use something that I've created called the value triangle to really illustrate and identify where your current money mindset is and where you want to go. So what I'm going to do is link that video down below. If you want to check that out, you can. And it's one of those things that you are going to really put the work in to determine how you can kind of scale up and improve your money mindset. Because when you can do that, so many things change for you in your life. And I really hope that you're going to take the time to do that. Another huge thing for me is I really believe, genuinely believe, that now, because I've upgraded my money mindset, because I've really developed a good, solid relationship with the money that I have, I now believe that every $1 I have in my pocket equals $10. Equals $100, equals even more than that potentially, right? So when I'm going out and I'm spending whatever it is that I'm spending, buying something for YouTube, buying something for my business, buying something for me, investing in myself, right? It doesn't matter what it is, I'm making those investments all over the place. What I do now is I view that $1 that I spend as it's going to make me 10, as it's going to make me 20, as it's going to make me 100 or even more. And that's been a huge thing for me to really understand the potential that is out there for every dollar. Now, can we go out and just kind of take that mindset and kind of abuse that? Well, yes, you can. Is that what I'm trying to tell you here to do in this video? No, I've put in 3 years of work for YouTube, for my business, for the things that I do here before I went out and bought a really crazy, freaking expensive computer. It's faster, it's better quality. It allows me to do live streams. It allows me to edit things super quick and really increase my workflow, right? All of those things. If I had gone out and done those 3 years ago, when I had never made a YouTube video, when I had never recorded a podcast, where I hadn't made any money off what I do, well, that would have been the stupidest thing that I can do. I'm really going to encourage you, if that's you at the beginning of your business, if that's you at the beginning of whatever it is you're trying to start and do, just get started right away. You're not going to be successful by going out and buying the fancy equipment, right? That's going to be something that happens over time when you've put the work in, and really when you've earned that and you've proven to yourself that you can go ahead, learn and develop the skills that you need to. And then from there, you're going to get a return on that investment. So that's what this video is about: upgrading your money mindset, upgrading your skills to really making things happen and seeing the potential that your money has to tie into your values, your vision, and then everything else you're going to do to make that happen through the vehicle that you use. If you want coaching on this, I'm going to leave some information down below. Let me know. I can help you. There's more videos on my channel as well that I'd encourage you to check out. And I just want to say, if this video helped you, hit the thumbs up button, drop any questions and comments you have down below, and click the subscribe button to find out when new videos related to mindset, money, and more come out here on the Greatness Everyday YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Remember, choose greatness every day, and I'll see you next time.